Well, Honkai Star Rail is getting a massive upgrade to its gacha system, and honestly, it's something Genshin Impact players have been asking for since day one. It seems that with version 3.2, Honkai Star Rail is reportedly getting a huge change to its 50-50 system, allowing players to choose which characters they lose to, instead of being stuck with a fixed pool of standard characters. Right now, this is not officially confirmed. It's based on leaks, but with a lot of details supporting it. On top of that, Honkai Impact 3rd already has a similar system, making it even more likely that Star Rail will implement it. If HOYOverse were to bring this system to Genshin Impact, here's how it could work. Currently, when you lose a 50-50 in Genshin, the game forces you to take one of the 7 standard 5 stars: Jean, Diluc, Mona, Chi-Chi, Keiching, Tignari, or Dehya. There's no way to influence this, meaning you can keep getting the same characters even if you don't want them. But with Star Rail's new system, if real, players will be able to select a pool of older limited 5 stars instead of the standard ones when losing a 50-50. If this were added to Genshin, instead of pulling a standard 5-star like Chi-Chi or Mona, you could set up a custom fallback pool with old characters. Whenever you lose a 50-50, the game would pick from this selected pool rather than giving you a random standard character. Since Honkai Impact 3rd already has a similar system and Star Rail seems to be adding it now, it raises the question: will Genshin ever get the same treatment? If HOYOverse does decide to add this, the earliest possible time would likely be Genshin's next anniversary in version 6.0, fall 2025. However, at this point, there is no confirmation that Genshin will ever get this system. This isn't the first time Star Rail has received more player-friendly systems than Genshin. From the very start, Star Rail has been more generous, whether it's the higher amount of free pulls, the better in-game economy, or the fact that limited banners have better rerun cycles than Genshin's endlessly delayed characters. Genshin has continued to ignore some of the biggest problems with its gacha system. Despite having more and more characters in the roster, it still refuses to introduce a 3rd banner slot, meaning reruns take forever. At this point, it's hard not to wonder if HOYOverse even wants to improve Genshin's system at all. If they're willing to make such a huge change in Star Rail, why isn't the same kind of system being added to Genshin? Is it because they don't think the player base will push back enough, or do they simply think they don't need to make the game more generous? Right now, it doesn't seem likely that Genshin will receive the same 50-50 customization system as Star Rail. But the fact that HOYOverse is willing to make such a major change in one of their games means there's always a chance it could come to Genshin in the future. So the real question is, will Genshin always be left behind while Star Rail gets all the quality of life updates? Or will HOYOverse finally realize that players want real changes to the gacha system? Let me know what you think. Would you want this system in Genshin? And do you think HOYOverse will ever bring it over? Or is Genshin doomed to stay in the past while Star Rail keeps moving forward? Save up to 23% on the current banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.